a bit too far away there for me to actually.
My Glock is better than C's Glock. Mine is also covered in NaVi stickers. Actually, he inspired. I stole his idea, to be honest. I'm like, all right, this is my NaVi fanboy gun.
This one? Your Glock?
Yeah, I've got my Virtus Pro Mag 7. I've got my Vox AWP.
You also got your was it Virtus Pro P2000? Because I was using it.
Oh yeah. I've got a TSM P2000. I've got a Dignitas AK, just because it's the best sticker in the game.
I don't have any stickers on any of my guns.
Dignitas stickers are like £40 each now.
Really?
Yeah, I have 2 on my AK, 1 on my ult. Anyway, enough about that. It's here with NaVi, also who have nice stickers. iNshock, who would love to have stickers in the game.
Alright, so they are going to go with a B play, it would seem, with the bomb moving there rapidly. Or however, they could actually go underpass and try to go for the three-pronged attack onto A. Which looks to be what they're doing. It's a pretty classic setup. Get the 2 guys down underpass, you can clear window, push the guy back, and also any guys on connector, allowing the top mid guy to come out freely and take over connector for that three-pronged attack. With the smoke ready on jungle to get them out of connector into the A-bomb site. Boom! There's your T round, James. So they're clearing window still, and there it is. He's actually going to take the kill and actually jump on in there. So really nice positioning now there for NaVi. You can see the jungle smoke coming into play. As Cease is actually behind it, and just going to be able to hold down the vent to CPL, and they are going to have a free A-bomb site. So this is a really brutal pistol round executed by NaVi on this T side, as only one person has gone down so far, and they have just... This is just a really nice strat, and iNshock have not been able to really touch it, basically. They've not been able to stop it at any part.
Very nicely done by NaVi indeed, only losing 1 player. Good start by them after losing the knife round, so arguably on the less favoured side, although they are very comfortable on both sides of this map in particular. Excuse me. Right, so let's see what the option is here. Safety in numbers, it seems. See Edward with a bit of a passive position on mid just in case there's a rush, but the stack will be over towards A. You can see Flamey there. Still in T-spawn. Again, they just want that information. Want to see if anybody's peeking. If Flamey goes down, he only loses an MP7. I say only, but it's $600 a kill, Dan. You kill 3 people, you've made more money than with a knife kill. True story.
$1,800 to be precise. Because 3 times 6.
That's insane.
18.
That is insane.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts. And well, so far it's going to go quite well for NaVi. They do take over the B-bomb site. And yeah, they only lose 1 man over towards A, and they have a guy on connector as well, Zeus, so he'll be able to get some money with that MP7, perhaps, but no, does get taken down, but there's not much going to do without a kick. So far away, so NaVi will pick up this round pretty easily overall. Yeah, going to be cleaning up the last player there. So 2-0 is the score, as iNshock now need to go for a full save, more or less, and you might see a couple pistols in from them again. They could actually afford to do so. Got a PT-50 and Fallon, but that's about it actually. So they are very light on the investment in these 2 save rounds.
Do you think that a second round MP7 buy encourages aggression from the opposing side, considering if they can get their hands on one, and they've lost a pistol, or they're in a money poor situation, it's quite a juicy coup if they can kill someone with it.
I don't know, to be honest. It's by the time you spotted one, it's probably hard at that point in the round to really make a play around it.
Zeus is in a position to make himself a lot of monies. The numbers are thinning here for the CTs. Is it like in this situation, right? They're not going to win the round. They know that. If you see Zeus in mid with an MP7, like, are you going to engage him? Because I would probably just run away if I know he has an MP7, because I don't want to give him that money. It's so much money.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it from Gamers 2, I believe, on Cash against Envious, where they decided they stacked B, and instead of going and playing for the exits when the T's went to A, they just said, hey, well, we'll just stay on the stack, because if you want to kill us, you're going to run into a really favorable engagement for us. Otherwise, we're not going to even try, because if we don't risk, it's actually on the, I'm sure if you worked out the math, it would be incredibly cost efficient. Like if you base it on, like, I don't know, sample size of 100 rounds of that type, it would probably be insanely cost inefficient for them to actually do that because of the money from the SMGs. So I think you're right. Yeah.
Okay, buy round for both sides. You can see Pete with the AWP for the iNshock team. Of course, Guardian doing his opposition there. So I don't know how that team kill came in, but I think someone was spraying through the smoke.
But it was nice.
that we had. Pete was just mashing his USP in mid. I don't know. Well, he's dead anyway. So let's move on. So we've got one person in ladder room. C's getting flashed, but they're not going to find the angle on each other just yet. Just keeping an eye on things there. Oh, good timing on that spray to take down the player. So iNshock running out of numbers. There's a player on short who could try and stop them from getting into connector. Ooh, and Edwards just says sit down. So B has been opened. We've got one player in CT, one player in CPR, as you can see there. Free kill onto C's, 3 versus 2. 2 AWPs now on the NaVi side. You can see the bomb just creeping through Palace as the flank comes in on the CT going into the kitchen, but shop, but flank will not be required. Edward taking him down. Now MNK probably has to say.
Yeah, so it was actually quite sneaky by C's there to because when the smoke's in window, it is actually quite common that if there is a player on short, that he'll actually be in the window room playing from that spot if there's a push to defend against any pushes, because he can't really crossfire in when there's so many smokes down, so there's no reason for him to really be peeking short. So you would expect a closer range position like he was in window room. So it's actually pretty sneaky of C's to actually shoot into the vent to make him think that he can actually pass through and drop into the smoke freely. Whereas, of course, like he just shot through the smoke because he was baiting him to do that. So it's actually quite smart because there was a smoke in CPL for him to drop into as well. So yeah, that was just like a really little, smart little play that got a kill. And now iNshock are onto their 5th round, and they don't have any monies, but they'll have to try to see what damage they can do here. But NaVi's starting to really run away with it on the money, and they've got 2 AWPs in play, Edward and Guardian. So I wonder how ruthless NaVi will be. Do you think they're going to be really ruthless here, James, or do you think they'll start being a little bit more relaxed?
I think they just want to grind. Just another day in the office so far. As you can see the A site being cleared out. Again, only MNK with the M4 here, and he is currently... he's in CPL. Oh no, he's in underpass, sorry. No, he's in neither of those places there. But he's dead now. Pete's M4 is covered in NaVi stickers, actually. I wonder if he's starstruck at the moment.
Well, the big buy will come in from iNshock finally. This is that spot where after you lose the piss around, the 4th round buy is kind of strained. But this is the full Monty, James.
Double we got 4 AWPs on the map. So Hyper and Pete now. Let's see where they are headed. Hyper is in CPL at the moment, and Pete's in CPL, and Hyper is, I think, on short. So they're playing the kind of the simple / world edit setup we commonly see on Mirage for Flipside.
We need to see smart conservative play here from iNshock in a round like this, where they've invested heavily. I mean, they could have gone 5 rifles, for example, or even just 1 AWP, but this is really expensive right now. So they need to make sure that they outsmart NaVi. If they gamble against a team that has better individual skill, then that's not a super consistent way to play this. And here we go, great shot by Guardian. You cannot get the better of him very easily indeed, as it is going to be a slow push now into the A bomb site. But they did lose their man in connector thanks to Hyper on short there with the AWP. He's going to reposition towards CPL, and he couldn't find himself another duel towards top mid. So NaVi might actually, they might struggle to get the bomb down here as all of iNshock begin to converge onto that A bomb site. Smokes are slowly dissipating as well, so iNshock have a really good chance at making this defense happen. And in goes Ferland, able to take down Zeus. This is a decent result so far. Oh no, Pete missing a very critical shot there. Gets a second opportunity against Flamey, and will win out the situation there. But the bomb is down below stairs. In goes Guardian for it. Nice shot there. Going to be able to wallbang onto Pete to try to reclaim that bomb. But in over the top, Grubby with a heroic play. 2 frags and the round from him. And that's going to be the first one on the board for iNshock. But NaVi have got quite a bit of bank to buy up in this round. So it's not too bad for them.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of pressure on iNshock coming their way from NaVi. Let's see how they approach the mid area on the T side. Guardian preparing for a peek. Look how he just knows his angles straight away. Straight onto that connector area. Smoke coming out now. And the peek will extend. We'll see Hyper on short, but he's missed his shot now. And he will have to fear. because Guardian will be looking for him. Standing tall and proud in the middle of mid is Guardian. And the B split looks on. There are 2 players from iNshock to try and hold it down, but they're going to be up against 4 or 5 of NaVi.
So this is a really nice positioning here from NaVi. They've gone over, they have short control, they have the window room, and now they're kind of just slowing the round down. They're kind of baiting out iNshock because their positions are so forward considering the amount of time that's passed. They have the opportunity to force iNshock to get a peek going, and here it is. Grubby's going to be making the peek now, and he's going to get spotted. Zeus picks up the kill. Grubby was not expecting him to arrive from the window room, and now NaVi are barreling into that B bomb site. Nades all over the place, but there are 2 players, or soon to be 3 here for iNshock, looking for the defense, but these angles are strong now for NaVi, but there's still a man at the back of the bomb site. Well, there was at least. Flamey will dispatch him, and now it is just MNK and Pete remaining, and NaVi looking to deal with them at their leisure.
Dan, NaVi are executing like a dodgy batch file on Windows 98.
A dodgy batch file. I mean, but
Dan.
would you say that they are executing like a well-written batch file?
They are destroying everything in front of them, Dan.
But how's that a dodgy batch file? Wouldn't that be a well-written batch file that executes smoothly?
Dan, in my day,
promptly.
Dan, in my day, all batch files were dodgy, and they left a pile of destruction in their wake. Maybe my life was different to yours.
My batch files are always fine.
I'm sure they were. I'm sure they had bows on top. Mine had sharp edges, Dan.
I think I made some batch files once.
I bet you did. I bet you did, Dan.
I did.
I bet you made all the batch files.
Made the hell out of those batch files. Then I executed them.
Just like Edward executed Groovy. Nice opening there, and Zeus looking for that bonus money. Mac 10. He's got his Big Daddy Kane on. Only Furlan. Reminds me of Diego Forlan, who you probably don't know.
No.
Ex-Man United player. Very talented man.
I don't know of these footballs.
You were busy with batch files, I'm sure.
Speak of
Busy with batch files was Dan.
yes, and executing them in my command prompt.
Oh dear. This is far too geeky. P90 coming out for Pete. Desperate times. Look at the lack of nades on the iNshock team. Only MNK and Pete with helmets. They've got a bunch of smokes, but other than that, they've got a few flashbangs. Hopefully, they can use them wisely. On a map like Inferno, you could argue it's easier for the CTs to use flashes on like B for Banana. Surprise, come in, get 1, 2, maybe even 3 frags. But here, you've got to go deep into a slope to do such a thing.
Got to go deep.
At least in that area.
Slope. I actually got frags like that in our match. Me and Natus team playing works so well, James. Even if you're noobs like us, you can get this team play, pop flashes in, and wreak havoc on the A bomb site here. And we'll have to see if iNshock are able to do just that, because the execute is coming in. This would be a very timely way to like if you look at the time left in the map right now, we've got less than a minute. This would be a great time for an information play or a pop flash in, but the preemptive counter flashing will not happen here for iNshock. They're gonna have to react now to this as Flamey goes in for the entry. He's gonna pick it up. Edward as well, just gunning down MNK, and things are looking rather sad at the moment for iNshock. They've lost the bomb site. They've lost 2 men, and there's all the time in the world and still some grenades left to play with. In they go, and Flamey will clear out CT spawn as well. So here goes Guardian. 2 players by connector. This shouldn't go well for Guardian, but he's gonna find the first frag. There's the trade. Hard to pick up anything else. Wow, what a spray down with the FAMAS. Picks up 2 extra kills, and now he's got a doable clutch in his hands. Great shot there from Hyper now, working on that ace. It's just Edward who is left over, but he is coming in on the flank. There's surely no way Hyper can know about this. Turning around. Oh, he gets the ace. I don't believe my eyes. iNshock Hyper pulling out the most unbelievable of clutches.
I don't think he's got time.
But I don't think he has time either. This can be very tight. Oh, what a clutch.
That is one of the most epic clutches I have seen in Star Series in the last 2 or 3 seasons.
That was gorgeous.
That was glorious.
Glamorous.
That was worthy. That was worthy of Petals. As he enters the
Where's the confetti?
Stadium of Champions, Dan. That was pretty good.
Gaben should write him an email.
But
congratulations, sir.
But they've only got 2 rounds on the board versus the 7 of NaVi, so still trailing quite badly indeed. Nice snap by Pete onto Zeus. Gets tagged first, but will survive with most of his life intact. once again, iNshock in a situation where they're lacking nades, they're lacking firepower. But they've got the dodgy angles, Dan, and that's a 2-man advantage now.
That is a great round to lift the spirits. Lift them on high. But C's is going to go in for the entry here towards B. Actually, oh, doesn't spot the angle there, but he will adjust, and they are making these Famouses look like AKs, like dual AKs at the moment.
Diamond drills.
Yes. Diamond drills for the diamond grills, as we have right now. Flamey looking for that entry. Stop laughing at me, James. This is serious. This is Counter-Strike. People die in Counter-Strike, James.
Oh my god.
So Pete has got a very safe angle here. They have spotted, of course, that there are players towards A, so they're just keeping it really safe. They have a huge numbers advantage to play with. Really nice peek there from Pete. Looking for the second shot, but he won't get it. But the information's out there, and his teammates will do the rest. So 3-7 the scoreline now as iNshock pick up yet another CT round. And they are definitely coming back in with dramatic fashion.
Dan, you might say iNshock are looking pretty stable.
Yes.
Good.
No.
4 rounds away now from tying things up here. Again, this could still end 8-7, however likely you think it may be. And now they've finally got all the nades in tow. So, you know, 2 rounds ago they were in desperate times, required excellent individual play, and the following round again they lacked the nades. But this time they've got a fair few in the cabinet to work with. So let's see if it adds to their repertoire, or if they will be caught short with nades in their hands and bullets in their faces.
Well, nice pick there from Flamey, and that's how it's done. Uh-oh, Pete could be walking into the angle, and there it is. Steps one too far. Really nice stuff there.
Nades in their hands, Dan. Bullets in their faces. It was a Trojan horse. We thought the nades were good, the nades were bad.
Oh my god, but Hyper comes in again with a double. To ruin your... I felt like you had a haiku in the making there. Nades in hands. Bullets in face.
I used to write haikus. But 3v3. Oh, nice snap from Flamey. These guys, their aim is so on point. I wish I was half as good as these guys are. Hyper evening things up once again. Bomb is still in mid. He's close enough to his teammates, but they seem to be separating now. Bomb heading towards B, and that's going to be Edward down. Have they identified where the last player is?
James, he's got 4 frags to his name in this round. Oh my god, he just got a second ace within like a few rounds. This guy is something special in this match, at least. This guy's been taking notes from Producer Reese. Producer Jesus
so
has risen.
iNshock have won 4 rounds, and he's made 2 aces.
Yeah. One of which was a 1-on-5, basically. After plant. Defuse. This guy is
it's pretty good. Well, I mean, for him.
To be fair, he's got 13 frags.
What do you mean? What does that mean? To be fair, he's got 13 frags.
Well, I mean,
we've already established 10. So what's your point?
But all the
what's the point you're making, Dan?
In all the rest of the rounds, he's only picked up.
All the rest of the rounds.
Picked up 3. Is my point.
I see.
That's my point.
I'm glad you made it eventually.
I made a point.
Your points need sharpening, Dan.
Well, get me a sharpener. I'll consider it. Well, it's gonna be Pete up the middle. So they are working against the middle attempts from NaVi, and that's of course very important right now because NaVi are moving actually 2 players in the B apps at the moment for NaVi, so they really need to have mid control to give them the options to actually work with it. Of course, they can always send them back on, through underpass. They don't really want to run all the way back through T-spawn. I mean, not with a minute left. So at this point, they need Zeus to get some work done here. But Pete is going to take him down. So now it's got to be Flamey who can try to distract, keep rotation away from the B-bomb site. And Seized has to deliver with a frag here. Or perhaps Guardian, who is carrying that, that bomb as well. But they don't want to show him just yet. But they are going to see both players and the bomb moving quickly to that B-bomb site. So they are going to have a plant situation in their hands.
A site just getting cleared out there. And it's going to be a 4 versus 2 retake here for the CTs from a multitude of angles. MNK going to be a little bit late, going a long way through to mid. Teammates patiently waiting for the full-pronged assault. Got the preemptive flashes coming out. But how can NaVi do this? That's one angle down. Guardian getting the trade, but immediately taken out by Pete. So 3 iNshock players surviving for the next round. Very nice round for them indeed. Got the AWP in the bag as well, of course. Not losing that's going to be key. As the remaining 2 players rebuy. That angle that Pete was holding, basically he was jumping on one of those wooden prop things in CPL, looking into where you come out from underpass. I held that angle loads of times today, and no one peeked me once. But Zeus peeked, and it's unfortunate to lose that one. Look how aggressive. Is this deliberate? Seems they're playing to kind of use that smoke on a slope, but losing plays elsewhere. Bomb information. Oh, Zeus, what does he do? He's got 12 HP, and he's going to go down as well. Guardian soon to follow. 4 versus 2 all of a sudden in less than 25 seconds.
Yeah, really nice aggression there. I mean, they of course, with the guy pushing underpass, they wanted to try to make that a two-pronged affair to make sure that the investment, if one of them died, would actually work out. And it did. I mean, it worked out really, really well because Hyper went down, but he got a frag for it. And it was, of course, his teammate who was able to actually lock down the bomb as well. So, really simple play. A really simple play. But it's just one of those things where it just works out super well. You get control of the bomb early on, and all the teams have to abandon their previous strategy, scramble to adapt to the situation. But they just keep re-smoking it. Really, really nice round here. Nice stuff, though, from Edward, spraying through the smoke. And that's going to be Groovy down. Seized picks up Berlin. That turns into a 2-on-2. MNK is going to be able to get that frag towards the stairs, though. That's going to leave just Seized left alive, and he's got 20 seconds. He's just got to go for this. Here we go. The aggression from Seized. The entry fragging. How good can it be? Straight through the smoke. Oh, dear. Bit awkward there for Seized. And the round will go to iNshock. Now they are really pulling the rounds out here.
I wonder if NaVi could have, with those remaining 2 players, boosted over that smoke. Because you've got the piece of wood there by the stairs, so they could get potentially. I don't know if the skybox for humans would limit them, but
for humans.
No, because there's one for like nades on,
right,
on mats,
yeah.
but
it's just funny the way you say it.
Yeah, I don't know what it's actually called. Maybe one of the mappers can let me know, because I'm sure there is a term for it, but I think if Jack's watching, he can tweet me, unless he's blocked. Anyway, NaVi with 2 Tech 9s, 2 Galils, so things not looking stellar for them at the moment. See if iNshock can make use of those nades later on. So we've got one NaVi player trying to peek over the smoke in mid by standing on those middle boxes. Zeus gonna make connector that bit weaker for iNshock. Still 4 versus 4 with the artillery in iNshock's favour, but 2 sites to defend. You can see the bomb left in a passive position. Minutes on the clock here, and again, with 1 person A, 1 person B, and 2 people mid, no indication as to where NaVi might push. Now they're in a difficult position though, because Zeus is pushing short, and look how far away they are from the bomb. It's going to cause Flamey to rotate and go and get it. Okay,
this is just a weird position because of Zeus now. He's in a really key spot. He needs to be able to make a frag here if he tries to peek this angle. Oh, he is playing around here. Oh, he's forcing out some bullets. That was so smart, actually. But it's going to be Seized who actually covers for the frag. But I love that kind of shoulder peek with the frag, like trying to bait out the bullets and force the recoil onto the M4 there to get a better engagement. Very sneaky tactical play there coming out from Zeus, despite going down. Here comes Ferlin. Does pick up the frag out of kitchen. Now Seized is by the headshot area, the bench, back at the bomb site. He's got 1 player from short. Ferlin is waiting to coordinate. That bomb is ticking away. They both have kits, so they should be able to pull this one off. In they go now, and they will peek at the same time. Good stuff. Well done to iNshock. They pull it to 7-7. And that's a surprising result considering how things started out. But Hyper kicked things off with almost 2 aces in a row. So that seemed to help them out significantly.
Seized is topping the board for his team at the moment. Lots of bomb plants and diffusers here for the C2 side. Seized is topping the board for his team, and I feel like he's can often go under the radar, but he's got a lot of important frags so far in this half. And again, a strong start from NaVi, but a strong recovery from iNshock. But have they got enough rounds on the CT side here? Early trades coming in for both teams. 4 versus 4. So iNshock going to be stretched for a while here.
Yeah, Seized doing what he does, trying to get the entry into the B-bomb site and just cause some havoc with a nice pick. Now, of course, if he can take the kill and then maybe even back away, that's so much pressure, and it removes any players from short as they have to worry about this area. So Seized can just play it slow now, and they're going to lose short as well. So they have no vision on middle.
Oh no!
Guardian misses the shot there.
Must have still been moving when he took the shot.
Oh my god, so fast. This guy is lightning fast. Looking for the re-peek there, but I don't know if he is brave enough. Okay, he is. He's going to get shot straight in the dome as Guardian goes for another one, and that's exactly what he's going to get. Now they have the A bomb site, and it is just so hard for Hyper. He's got to clutch this again. This time, Guardian's like, no more shenanigans. My name's Guardian. I shoot people with AWPs.
My name is Guardian. And what Dan said. That was pretty epic. You know, like, when Valve nerfed the AWP, the way you used to crouch peek was... You felt like you couldn't crouch peek anymore. It took a lot of adjustment to get used to the kind of new style of crouch peeking, but it's still there, as we've seen from Guardian. Strong as an ox.
Fast as a liger. They're not very fast though. But they're moderately speedy. And here we go. We got ourselves the kind of A retake kind of setup going on right now from NaVi.
Got double CPL play here from the CTs.
Yeah. They can be very flexible with this. They've spread back out now to a more default passive setup. Where they can actually get a player pushing apps, it would seem. As he's, in fact, looking for that info. He's going to get it. One player spotted, but they're not showing the bomb, though. They're just running one in, but they're not showing the bomb yet. That's actually really smart. As C's death cam would have seen everything. Just keeping the doubt in the minds of NaVi. Now, we have a 4-on-4 now, and the bomb is going to make its way in, and NaVi still don't know what's going on. So this little call by iNshock was really, really smart, trying to fake out that depth cam, and it's going to leave Guardian to do a mammoth job here. He's already done half of it, and there it is. The second kill comes in, and Guardian, he's tamed the mammoth, James.
What a monster play by NaVi. Hyper, though, still in it for now. See if he can get any damage in before we talk about the rest of it. So, like, Guardian was left on the site on his own. Edward was on short, but he chose to go for a flank via T-spawn. I don't think he was sure, or they were sure, as to what was going on, because Zeus was going towards connector. Then iNshock had a play come out of A slope. So it took a long time for NaVi to figure out what was going on, but Guardian held it down. No plant for iNshock, let alone winning the round.
Yeah, I mean, it's just iNshock are showing that they're pretty smart there. Like, faking the def cam out in a spot like that is actually pretty cool. So respects. But James, they have to kill Guardian now. He's got a scout this time.
iNshock 5 P250s. Wow. But look, there's 2 kills already.
Damn.
And Edward's got no armor. So this is an interesting spot. MNK's picked up an MP7. So could get some bonus money here. Some party money for the iNshock party bus.
Yeah, no head armor when you got your T's. Not planting the bomb in the first round is pretty risky, that is for sure. And he's down to 11 HP, so lucky not to be dead already. And NaVi has to spread their defense spin now, and everyone on NaVi has to be able to perform here because, I mean, everyone's in the safest position as possible buying CT by the toll booth. That's really safe, but it's going to have to be a C's now with a huge result for his team because in goes 4 men all surrounding him. He's trying to get it done, but his position is way too awkward. It's not going to happen. And it looks like iNshock are actually going to pick up this round at the moment because Flamey and Edward, do they go for this retake? They've got no kit, and they're both really weak. This looks like it should just be a save.
Edward is running away. 11 HP, no helmet, not much hope. He is out of there. And it looks like Flamey will save in a different area, maybe to draw one away from the other, should one get found. But also Flamey with a bit more HP could probably try and get some guns that these guys may have picked up away from them as they try to exit. I think that is the plan here.
Yeah, that's a really important thing to do in a spot like this. Just you really don't want them to survive with 3 weapons. Even though Greeby couldn't pick anything up actually, but still, would have been nice to pick up a frag, but it will not happen. Not here, not now. But we have a microphone problem, James.
So while we have a pause here. A reminder that when we have 550,000 followers, we will be giving away a StatTrak Gut Knife Slaughter, which used to belong to me for a very long time, and a Bison, signed by Mr. Getright. Battle Scarred, of course. He actually sent me a StatTrak Bison Factory New, and he signed it, and I was like, what is this? What do you want me to do with this? Got to get it Battle Scarred, mate. So I sent him one from my voluminous inventory, and he duly signed it. And away we go. So, Greeby has left the building. How do you feel about this, Dan?
Slightly agitated, because I recall times very recently when we ourselves experienced microphone problems, but it was all producer Reese's fault. It was all producer Reese's fault, James.
That sounds fair, Dan. Double scouts coming out for NaVi in the next round. How do you feel about this, Dan?
I'd like to see more scouts.
Would you?
But anytime Guardian has a scout or an AWP, I'm happy because he is quite enjoyable to watch in spots like that. But what do you think of Hyper?
I think that he's got 2 aces.
So Hyper, he's got 2 aces, just in really pivotal moments with like and not even with like really good weapons, like with a FAMAS basically. In that first one, 1v5, and Edward came on like Adam with a flank. As well.
I know, pretty insane.
It's pretty really, and then he got the defuse with like the last millisecond. It was a really close.
That's
defuse.
probably like the best play of his entire life.
It probably is against
I mean, how
NaVi.
do you top that? 1v5
Against NaVi.
no kit against NaVi, yeah.
Yeah, with a FAMAS.
Yeah, that's pretty like.
He killed all of them.
Doesn't get higher than this. Pop the champagne, baby, or the Bucks Fizz, or the orange juice.
You know what annoys me?
Or just water.
Is that Valve haven't fixed the TVs in this map.
The TVs.
They're all on the fritz, James. Have you not noticed?
They are, but maybe
they're not even. They're CRTs as well.
maybe there's an American Army base nearby, and they are just blocking signals.
Well, they could at least get a DVD player or something, and make use some LCD screens. This is not 2003.
I'm throwing out all my DVDs.
Yeah, they're pretty useless.
I don't watch DVDs or TV.
Blu-rays.
I don't watch any disc devices.
Okay, well, gonna have some flying discs thrown by Seized as he's looking to
Ricochet.
chop off the heads of these guys. This reminds me of that Unreal Tournament weapon, the Predator, or whatever it was. Oh, very
Ricochet,
nice.
mate, Ricochet.
Shut up with your Ricochet. We got Seized. Oh, that nade is going to overshoot, but he does so much damage. In fact, he got a grenade straight in the head of MNK to take him out. This is pretty destructive this round so far. NaVi are going to have to defuse the bomb, but they are looking pretty strong here. That was an almost embarrassing round for iNshock. He's just popping up.
I have no opinion of that round because that should not. We should never have to witness that.
We shouldn't have had to
We
experience
should never have to witness that.
Who's accountable?
Apparently,
Who do we hold accountable for this?
you know who we hold apparently. I mean, accountable. You know who we hold accountable. It's Gaben.
Gaben. Lord
Gaben.
Lord Gaben.
Just why? They think it's fun. Apparently, then they think it's fun. I don't think it's fun. I think it's counterintuitive, and I don't think that's a good thing for a game that we take so seriously for so long.
Maybe Gaben just wants to live vicariously through people who jump a lot, because he himself does not jump a lot, clearly.
Well, he should listen to.
It's good fitness advice. Alright, so we have ourselves 10-8 scoreline now. As iNshock are looking to bring themselves back in this, but of course NaVi able to switch things around a bit with that previous round with the scout buys and everything. A really cost-efficient round for them, surviving with everyone, picking up some of the weapons. And now they're back on an AWP with Guardian, so you'd expect that the CT rounds will start to roll in for them. But right now we've got iNshock looking for a mid-take, and they've got a guy in Palace as well. The bomb is down at the moment in a safe place. So
look at the setup from the CTs. Edward is just holding an angle on short from the side of CPR, kind of between CPR and jungle. They're playing 3 people A, and not really giving that much attention to the mid area.
Yeah, it's actually worked out there for iNshock because they went into mid and they actually managed to get into some positions because they weren't sure what they would get most likely, but they've actually managed to get window room and ladder room.
I think NaVi are in a tight spot now because Edward's been forced to rotate through to B from CT, and now they've got even less vision of the mid area. Luckily for them, iNshock haven't gone for a full boost up, otherwise they would be all up in that grill. But it's still going the way of NaVi, so they know something that I do not, because they don't lose a single player. That said, iNshock only had 2 people with AKs.
I mean, the thing is that NaVi are really in the economy, so they're just playing against their economy, which is why they kind of played the ranges and played the team play setups there. I think they were just worried about immediate rushes, so they wanted fast responses and
dropping guns, I suppose, considering their angles they had. Because
yeah.
Guardian was watching short from toll booth, basically.
Yeah.
So I guess they had a bit of a warning sign. If they require one.
They had a super good anti-rush safe setup, basically.
So it's fairly solid then.
Absolutely, and sprays are looking to come in here from Redwood, but he was a little bit lackluster, but in goes a nade. That will do like a 4 HP damage to Furlan, so not connecting super well, but they're all very weak, and in comes Siege with a hail of bullets of his own, and NaVi don't have much left to play with. Sorry, rather, iNshock don't, but it's going to be used pretty well so far because MNK is going to find an AWP out of that P250 frag. And in goes the Pete, gets a great shot, but seized with the grenade. Shall put an end to MNK. Fishing with grenades. Don't do it.
I can't argue with that advice, Dan. Solid advice, I must say. So, AWP coming out for Pete. No helmets. One nade. That is going to be a nade into the connector area. So at least they can get one of their peaks on. I can see one of his teammates has gone for the smoke into CPL. Let's see if it's successful. Nice counter flash. Great timing there by NaVi. And again, it's very common when you see that smoke thrown into connector that you can see over it as a CT. It's like one specific smoke which has to land perfectly to leave 0 gaps on the top. So far so good. No one dead for either team. Edward falling on short. Another one down for NaVi. Losing players fast. Got 2 people peeking the same angle from A as well. And there is Furlan over there who could take him a while to get there, but he could try and apply some pressure in the next 20 seconds or so. It seems that C's is forcing the issue here in B apartments, but I think he's going down into connector, so he's not going to see Hyper moving up.
I really like this round here from iNshock. They took over mid with 3 players. They've left a guy in connector. They decided to split off one towards B apps whilst they move in for the A play. So they're going to be guaranteed basically a lurker to kind of sandwich into those players or give them a warning. But it was Hyper who was that player, but he's actually going to go down here to lose the duel to Seized. And Guardian's going to pick up a frag there. So they didn't have the smoke for Guardian, and that's going to be a problem because still the position is held, and that's going to allow them to push forwards. They are so blinded. Easy pickups now for Flamey, leaving it all on MNK, which, of course, they have his position covered, and he will go down. So that round went very terribly in the end for iNshock, but the opening was very good. That's one of those rounds as a T-side caller where it's like, okay, we got the opening kills, and we got the position. And then from that point forward, it's all about like being really, really strong at coordinating your team, and you can do so many things with it. So that's one of those rounds where they should go back to the demo and watch it and see like where it failed, because they could definitely repeat the opening and have similar results in the future as well. So they need to be able to fine-tune that. We're going to see them now just on the pistol save, and already Guardians picking up a kill. Trace coming in. Zeus is on the auto sniper, as we can see, getting the kill onto Furlan there, as they are all over the place, but it is slowly to be cleaned up as Flamey gets to work from connector and Seas comes in from the side. So 14-8 now, and NaVi look like they've recontrolled the game quite handily so, and we are going to get the big buy from iNshock, the AWP featuring a Pete, or Pete featuring an AWP, and the Scar and AWP still on the side of NaVi. So what kind of round are we going to see here from iNshock? Looks like they want to go for an A execute, a faster round. But this time there's 4 players for NaVi on the A bomb side, so they've actually gambled that this is going to happen, which is kind of ridiculous. I don't believe this. This is nuts. Oh my god, this is going to be disgusting. Oh, look at the flash. It was perfectly timed. That is beautiful there. Absolutely gorgeous play from NaVi. Big gambles, big results coming in. Groovy is pretty weak, but he's going to pick up 2 frags, and it becomes a one-on-one out of nowhere.
This is carnage. Not even sure what to say. Guardian positioning himself. Not sure if Groovy will be able to hear him. Guardian just not stopping. So much time on the clock for Groovy to fake. Oh, if he creeps, he is surely going to die, and die he will. Game point here for NaVi. Next map will be Dust 2, followed by Inferno should it be required.
That's one of those spots for Guardian where it's like, he will take a position, and he's won the round. Because Guardian, he won't miss the shot, and he's got a really sick position, and he'll get a chance for a shot, and there's no way you can know where he's going to be, where he's actually going to be. So he will always win around there. That's like just such a sick thing to have like a guy like Guardian on your team.
He is Enigma, absolute monster. Groovy tagged heavily so far.
We just experienced time travel, James.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, we just went forward in time.
I wonder what that means. Just getting taken down, trying to push the smoke, force the issue here. That's the second player down for NaVi. They're just
Flamey jumped through the window, out the smoke, into 3 guys, James. That's what he just did.
They are demanding mid and being denied. Look how tagged some of these remaining iNshock players are, though. C's not managing to escape. Down to the double AWPs of Guardian and Edward. Oh, the shot missed by Edward. Can Guardian show him how it's done? He is on the CT area. just look at that. Look at the confidence. Oh, not enough to find the frag. Edward with a second chance. I think I almost had a bullet there from MNK. Yeah, this second box on the left, you can shoot straight through that. But Guardian's going to get shot in the face or the chest or wherever. So Edward swapped out for an M4. Groovy, 17 HP. 18 seconds left to try and find a plant as well. Looks like he wants to find the frag.
Oh, that box is wall bangable as well. This is a really hard spot. I mean, he's going to go for the plant, and Edward could even spray it if he wanted to, but he's going to be safe. I've got to be careful not to run out of bullets. Oh, he's going to spot the head. Great stuff there from Edward. And there is the GG. GG!
There is indeed
Are we still not doing this, James?
No.
I'm going to turn this into like... I like the StarCraft GG. I love it when the Koreans go nuts. And they scream.
May I suggest you watch StarCraft then?
What if I wanted to emulate it? What if I wanted to bring that?
Well, here's your chance. You're on camera now.
Well, I just did it.
Yeah, but you're off camera.
Yeah, but they do it...
So show me your Korean GG.
They do it whilst the game is live. And GGs are cool. I can't do it after it's already been called.
A reenactment.
No.